What is up, people? Back with another video, and today we'll be learning the handstand. Achieving the handstand is what I personally think one of the first things you should work towards when trying to learn skills in calisthenics. It engages and strengthens a wide range of muscle groups, including the shoulders, chest, arms, and lower core. Your muscles are constantly engaged, what will also lead to increased endurance over time. Besides that, you'll also create crazy body awareness, better mobility, and also strong wrists, which will help prevent injuries in other exercises or just daily movements in general. Anyways, that was the introduction. I won't keep you guys waiting anymore, so here's the tutorial. First up, and I cannot stress this enough, warm those shoulders up. Start with jumping jacks to get that heart rate up and to warm up your entire body for about a minute. Next, arm circles. Do 1 minute on each arm, switch directions after 30 seconds. For the wrists, do a couple of rolls clockwise and counterclockwise. Then place them on the ground and play around with it for a bit in all directions, putting a bit of pressure on them. And then lastly, roll your shoulders forward and backward in a controlled motion. Alright, now that you're warmed up, I will talk about the handstand basics, and after that I will give you some balance drills that you can do at home. Balancing in a handstand requires a combination of physical techniques and also a lot of focus. First up, we have your center of gravity, typically located around your pelvis. This is the point where most of your body weight is concentrated. You also have the base of support, which are your hands. And what you want to do to balance is to align those two perfectly on top of each other. Besides that, engaging your core muscles is also crucial for maintaining a balance. When it's engaged, you stabilize your pelvis and spine, which is essential to maintain that straight line. Once you're in the handstand, keeping the balance involves making small, continuous adjustments in various parts of the body, including fingers, wrists, shoulders, and hips. Ensure your shoulder blades are actively engaged and protracted. Keep your shoulders actively pushed away from your ears. This elevation of the shoulders helps you maintain a stable base. You want to keep your eyes fixed on a point directly between your hands or slightly ahead of your hands. Also make sure to maintain a steady and controlled breathing. The distribution of pressure between your fingertips and your palms will decide your ability to make fine adjustments in balance. For example, if you start to overbalance forward, you can slightly press more into your fingertips to bring your weight back over your base of support, which are your hands. If you feel yourself tipping backward, you can apply more pressure to your palms to regain balance. That's all it really is, just a constant battle between leaning forward and backwards and just making fine adjustments. The more you practice the handstand, the better you'll get at it as well. It's really that kind of exercise where it can tell you all the logic behind it, but you still won't be able to do it unless you try it yourself. You first got to get a feel for that inverted position. And that's what brings me to the next part, balancing drills. Okay, so a quick side note before we get into the drills. Make sure that you know how to bail safely, because otherwise you're playing a dangerous game. When you feel yourself losing balance, bend one elbow slightly to initiate the movement. Start to turn your body in the direction of the bent elbow. Allow your body to follow the arc of a cartwheel, landing on your feet. Practice this movement repeatedly to build confidence in your ability to bail safely. First up, wall-assisted balancing. Start with your back to the wall, kick up into a handstand position, and lightly touch the wall with your toes. In the beginning, you just want to get a feel for standing upside down, still letting a lot of your weight lean against the wall. Gradually, you want to reduce your reliance on the wall for its support by placing your hands closer to the wall. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is to make that time window that both your legs are off the wall larger. Do the same thing, but this time you bring your second leg from the wall without bringing the first leg back, and you just try and hold it as long as you can before coming back to the wall. Once you're getting holds that last a couple of seconds consistently, we can come away from the wall and start to practice freestanding ones. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do the wall-assisted drills anymore, as it can still add a lot of value. The first step is kicking up. Without a wall to assist you, you will need to kick up with the right amount of force so that you don't overshoot or undershoot. A good tip is to bring your shoulders forward so that they are positioned straight over your hands before kicking up. Second step is to just hold that handstand like you practice with the wall, keeping the logic behind the handstand in the back of your mind. This is probably the most frustrating part because initially 1 out of the 10 attempts will be good. There is no real trick behind it other than practice, practice, and more practice. But as you get better at it, you will also notice that the range of where you can hold your balance will increase to the point where you can start using it as a drill as well. By intentionally tilting your body forward or backwards, you start to understand how to make small adjustments while maintaining balance. That was all for the balancing drills. Like I said, it's not that complicated, it just takes a lot of practice and consistency. The last thing that I want to mention is for the people that lack the strength to hold an inverted position in the first place. In this case, you want to first do a couple of strengthening exercises before starting with the balancing drills, and I will show you a couple that you can do right now. Starting with the wrists and forearm conditioning, before every workout, make sure to perform mobility exercises as I showed you in the beginning to prepare them for the load bearing. Another aspect is strengthening the core to maintain a straight body position. Include exercises like planks, hollow body holds, and leg raises into your routine to strengthen your core muscles. Develop shoulder and upper body strength through exercises such as push-ups, pike push-ups, pike holds, and wall walks. That was all for this video. If it helped in any way, please leave a like, and a subscribe is always appreciated. If you got any questions, you can leave a comment down below or DM me on Instagram. Best of luck, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.